Now we go to Sutra number 6-18. Yada viniyatam chittam atmanyevavasthate nisprahah sarvakamebhyo yukta iti uchyate tada yada vinyate chittam. Chittam here is the mind. Yeah? When the mind is completely, what is vinyatam? Silent, steady, choiceless, or balanced. Basically being in the center, not this way, not that way. Whatever you like to call that center. Maybe you call it balanced, maybe you call it equanimous, maybe you call it choiceless. Being in that center is vinyatam. Atmanyeva vatishtati. Then only it rests in the self. That's exactly what you experienced, no? Yeah, when you stood straight for the first 10 minutes, it was not listening. Yeah? Then you gave it some freedom. Then suddenly it became obedient. It loved you. And then again you stood straight. Now it listened to you because it had started loving you. Yeah? It's like tricking the mind. And now it came and stood in the center. When it stood in the center, that is when you are in the self. Not when you are on the right or when you're on the left. I'm not just talking about your right or left leg. I'm talking about Raga, Dvesha, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, Sukha, Dukkha. I like this, I don't like this. This is right, this is wrong. Yeah? That time, it is just the mind. When it comes to the center, it unites with the self. Got it? The process was based on this sutra. Nispraha sarva kamebhyo. Flee from longing of all desires. Yukta iti uchyate tada. He is called a united or yukta. Then only. Tada. Then only. So who is this he? We are talking about the yogi who is practicing this. Yeah? You are a yogi, you are practicing this. Yeah? You are a yukta only in those few moments of silence that you experience standing in the center. That also the second time. Yeah, the lucky few ones must have experienced some silence the first time. Yeah? But only in those few moments of silence when the mind did not exist, when it had become one with the self. That moment you were a yukta. Got it? Because you are free from any desire. I want this, I don't want this is desire, no? I like this, I don't like this is a desire. Yeah? You're free from longing of all desires. Then you are a yukta. Clear? Process clear and sutra clear? Choicelessness is the first step. I told you, the moment you come to choicelessness, you've knocked on the door of yoga. Then you enter that silence. Now you stay in that silence. That is the second stage. Sutra number 2, first part and second part. The first part is being choiceless. Only when you are choiceless can you experience the silence. You cannot experience the silence with choice this way or that way.
Is choicelessness a discipline? And being in that particular state of the peace, the state of peace or the silence,
Silence.
that is something that you cannot
That's the
figure it.
second
It's a
stage.
mind which is coming back and again back to this thing.
Yes, it is a tale of choicelessness. The tale of choicelessness is silence. It will never happen without choicelessness. Not possible. Not on this planet.
No.
Doesn't exist a state like that. Yeah? When you are choiceless, you've entered the door. Obviously, the tail will follow. The tail is silence. Now be in that silence. Just be in that silence.
Yes, I'm aware of this. I'm in my meditation room, and I'm aware that my mind is not thinking about anything. I'm kind of standstill.
Yeah.
But in this state, it is still. I think it's one step ahead. I mean, the way I feel it, it's one step ahead.
Now take your meditation to this one step ahead. Fantastic. You're on the right path. Okay? Most of us begin with thinking with eyes closed as meditation. Okay, okay. Somewhere you started. At least you're sitting 20 minutes every day. Slowly, slowly you have to learn to silence the mind. You've come to that point. Fantastic. You are progressing. Take this into your meditation now. I made you do this with this standing up. Why? To tell you that your body is a slave of the mind. The mind says right, it's on the right. Mind says left, it's on the left. And it's so fast. Did you observe sometimes? It's constantly. The mind just doesn't want to stay in the center. If the mind stays in the center, while standing, you will be exactly in the center of your body. You don't really need to meditate all your life for 1 hour every day, morning and evening. No. After a point, this meditation will become open-eyed. Even while talking, while walking, this mind is silent. When this is silent, it is open-eye meditation. Yeah. You're walking meditatively, you're talking meditatively, you're eating meditatively. Completely in the present moment. There's no chitter chatter about the past or worry about the future. It's completely there, quiet, silent. Yeah, and you experience glimpses of this now and then. It's not that you don't experience it. Those are those few moments of absolute silence and with eyes open. What he's talking about, you've experienced? Yeah. Not when you're daydreaming. It happens similar as daydreaming. Huh? Very subtle distinction. Don't think, oh, I'm daydreaming like this about Obama. I'm going to be the next president of USA. And you are lost. No, that is not meditation. No thoughts when this absolute silence.
One more question. Sorry to be.
No, good.
I'm not trying
Very
to be
good.
negative here, but sometimes if you like to daydream, is it bad?
If you like to go Patanjali chapter 1 has the answer. So you better be there next Saturday. You begin next Saturday, guys. Yes?
Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Harmful or harmless?
Patanjali will definitely answer this question. Chapter 1. Yeah? I don't want to tell you the 5 vrittis. Yeah? It is one of the vrittis of the mind enunciated by Patanjali. Yeah? Next Sunday at 4 p.m. You'll get your answer.
So then open eye meditation, can that happen for a second? Like sometimes I feel like in my class I'm staring something and I'm just lost for it. I just get
Now deep sleep also happens with eyes open, you know this?
No, it's not that. It's none of you.
Very boring lecture. Mrs. Khan explaining anatomy. How many times I've slept with open eyes, you have no idea.
Really? I don't know.
So remember that. Yeah, you can, the consciousness can go into a state of deep sleep with open eyes. Sometimes you're like totally lost. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's talking to you, a lecture is going on, but you just miss something. And you're like, how could I miss it? I'm sitting here, my eyes are open. How did I miss it? That boof, that going away was deep sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, this also Patanjali explains.
But when you're in the middle of a meeting, you're in a conversation and somebody's talking on the phone, and suddenly you come back, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
So
It is either daydreaming or deep sleep. Definitely not meditation.
On the phone meditation.
Super. You're in a meeting and somebody's talking, I was not paying attention. I don't know where you were.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Like right now, I explained this to you yesterday also. Your mind, chit chat is going on in the back. Observe. Yeah. For me, there is no chit chat. So in the gaps when I'm not speaking, like this one, silence. Are you getting this?
I have thousands. Chit-chats.
That's the difference. From there to here does not take long. It only depends on your effort.
but the mind creates it. I mean, there's a lot of fear. I mean, we know that the state, what you're experiencing is really good. Theoretically, 100% I know that. But when we are making an effort, there's a lot of fear. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to do. But I know it is good, but I don't want to do.
Excellent. Very good question, huh? This is one big fear that comes to yogis only. It doesn't exist in non-yogis. What do you call them? Muggles.
Muggles.
It doesn't exist in Muggle land. Those who've done Harry Potter will know this language. It doesn't happen to Muggles. Huh?
What was the question?
I'm telling you what the question is. This fear only comes to yogis, means people who start on the path of spirituality or meditation. When you start experiencing these little silences, the mind has a very subtle fear. You don't know about it, but that fear is there. What is there in that silence beyond that? Oh my God, I don't know what is there. And that's where the mind will want to talk and break your silence. So it doesn't let you go there. Yeah? This is the highest fear which has been enunciated by the scriptures. The highest fear that you will encounter on the path of spirituality. The fear of that silence. The fear of that unknown. Don't be afraid. Any fear is unreasonable. Any fear is only related to death. Remove your fear of death, every fear goes, even this fear goes. And really, death is nothing but changing from yellow, I'm bored, let me wear pink. That's all death is. It's not painful at all. It's like going to sleep. Every night, you are experiencing death. Sleep is like mini death. It's exactly the same. You will go to sleep. You will not experience pain. The people you leave behind will experience the pain because they are attached to this body. But when you leave the body, there is no pain. Yeah? The moment you let go of the fear of death, this fear goes off. Got it? Yeah. So work on that. Let go. If there are still concepts in the mind, do Kathopanishad. Somehow work on yourself and get established in that understanding that death is really nothing but sleep. Yeah? This TV and movies have increased your fear, and all those horror films you watch, my God. Nonsense. Yeah? There is really nothing like that. That has made these concepts in the head. And then these concepts were also made in our parents' and grandparents' heads, and then they transferred. So it's also got to do a lot of with our conditioning. Your job is to undo what has been done without blaming anybody. Undo that conditioning. Drop this fear of death. That fear of going into that silence will go away, Vandana. It's not just for her, it's for all of you, because you will all experience it and you will not understand it. Unless somebody explains it like this to you, you don't understand why I don't meditate. This could be your obstruction. You've already learned how to be choiceless. You've already learned to experience the silence, but you cannot remain in that silence. You keep coming back, you keep coming back, you keep coming out. That is the reason. That is your obstruction, the fear of that silence. Now make a stronger determination. Today I will go into that silence. Let's see what happens. Mind does not want to die. That silence is equal to no mind, no? It's the death of the mind. Yeah? Recognize this. It's just the mind saying, I do not want to die. Got it? Yes, so work on this fear, especially for people who've been really long on this path and are experiencing this fear. Don't know. Your mind will not reveal to you it's a fear. You just cannot meditate. It kicks you out. It kicks you out of that silence. Then now, next meditation, you go and you observe. Really, is it this fear Yes, probably it is. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be in this silence. Go in with that determination. Yeah, don't talk like this to yourself. You'll break your silence. Go into this meditation with this determination, with this understanding. Yeah?
So, from what you're saying, it's like we are comfortable, the mind is comfortable being alive, or like playing in our fantasies and whatever. And then when that silence comes, I have that moment where it's, what is this? What's the point of this? Why is this here? And will that go away over time?
Yes.
Like
with your effort. Now that noise increases first. Like a small child. First he starts whining. If you don't give it to him, he'll start screaming, he'll start shouting. That's where you keep coming out of your meditation, because he keeps shouting, he keeps screaming. This is going to get louder. That fear is going to first increase. It's going to increase so much, it's going to engulf you totally. You'll be really afraid. But the moment you cross over, that silence is worth experiencing. Don't stop unless you experience that silence. You have to cross over that fear. That cloud is just a cloud. It's not real. It cannot obstruct you. It's like a hologram. Have you seen a hologram? It's not real, but it appears real. It's just like a hologram. It's like a big wall standing there, not letting you go deeper. Yeah? The moment you cross over, it is called the cave of the heart. You learn this in Upanishads and Yoga Vasishta as you go deeper. You go into the cave of the heart, and that's where you experience the deepest silence. That's called Samadhi. What is Sam? Equanimous. Equanimity. Are you getting it? This is the only way in. There is no other way. Being choiceless, being some, being absolutely equanimous is the only way into the cave of the heart. It's not this heart, I'm talking about. You learn it. It's the heart of the subtle body. We learn it later. It just goes deeper into meditation, basically. You understand it that way.
We more often hear that letting go. Because letting go is like when thought comes, you just watch it and let it go. Is that right?
Yes.
Not giving more thought to it and starting.
Perfect. A thought comes, what do? I hold on to it.
Yes.
I say one thing, then the mind says something, then I say something. And there's an inner dialogue going on.
Okay.
Who's responsible? I started the conversation, no? Ignore. Yeah, you are a neighbor I do not like. Come and you go. I do not pay attention to you. Again, you come, you go. Yeah. Ignore your mind. Got it?
Same thought repeats all the time.
Yes, that's what is Dvandva. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Coriander, no coriander. Coriander, no coriander.
That's not actually true.
So it's like
She is a funny Dvandva. Really.
no, I had the same one. It was what oil I use. No, I mean even when your parents shout at you for that's the reason most of the time I don't call my parents, because the moment I talk to them, they'll go on complaining about that one did this one did. It's on and on and on. So sometimes I just keep the phone somewhere and I just finish my work and then I come back. So I feel guilty for doing that. It's not
Give
that
your
good.
parents' number, I'll call them.
So is it like to let go? It's fine if they talk like that, or is it the old age which is doing
Yeah,
that?
you have to understand there is conditioning. They never worked on their mind. Yeah, now you cannot blame them, and at the same time you cannot teach them because you're the daughter. Yeah, so it's very, very tough dealing with parents. Always respect them. Yeah, but you follow your dharma. What your dharma says is right for you. You follow that. Yeah, just in between, sometimes you can make them aware. See, in the past 5 minutes only you have been speaking. I didn't speak. That's it. When realization comes to the person. Yeah? Or something like, in the past 5 minutes, did you notice how many times you said the word I? a realization comes to the person. What am I doing? In the past 5 minutes, did you notice how many times you said something bad about her or him? That's sufficient.
That's really good. Yeah.
So what you're trying to say, I'm a bad person?
Very good.
This is what I want to tell. That's beautiful.
That's it.
That's okay. They will not listen to you. That's okay. Yeah, you just lead through these realizations and you see how slowly you will see a change.
There are 2 questions on the chat.
How
Just
good.
about.
First is by Meena. Can you explain what deep meditative state is like? I have had many experiences, but I am never sure if I went deep enough.
It's okay. Don't start judging yourself. Silence cannot be described. Silence is silence. How can you describe it? It's nothingness. Yeah? Nothingness. Existence of no mind. If you've experienced it, you know it. If you've not experienced it, how much ever I describe to you, you will not understand. Got it? So if you've tasted it, there is no point explaining. If you've not tasted it, there is no point explaining.
Cold shower will make you
Oh my God.
I mean, there is another reason for cold shower, right? Like when you are taking a warm shower, your mind can wander very easily.
Yeah,
But the cold is so hard, it hits you so hard that you have to come back into the present.
blind at that time.
I'm dying for this knowledge and I just went in.
Let's
There
go.
is another question which is, Ekta Didi, I have longing to meet Guruji. Is this a desire? I fear if I drop longings, this longing will also drop, which I do not want to drop. Is my mind tricking me like this? Am I bribing myself in Guruji's name to avoid dropping my desires?
Bitter pill, yes. Even desire to run behind Guruji, be in Guruji's presence, do extra seva. So Guruji says, oh, you did this, great. All, you're still lost in this maya of the 5 senses. Guru is there to show you the path. Guru does not want you to run behind him. Yes, he's showing you the light. He's pointing out to the moon. He's saying, wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What are you stuck with? The finger of the Guru. You are not looking at the moon. Guruji is saying, look at the moon. You are stuck with the finger. No. It's okay. When it happens sahaj. Sahaj means naturally. Yeah? That Guruji is there. You happen to go there. Whatever, Guna ashram, wherever. Go. But don't make it like a feverishness. Guruji is in 6 cities in the US. I have to run behind Guruji to all the 6 cities in the US. Feverishness. You're doing the same thing. You were running behind money. You were running behind toys when you were a kid. You were running behind boys when you grew up. Now you're running after the Guru. You're just running. You've just changed your object. From the material objects, you've come to the spiritual object, but it is an object again. Yeah. So drop this feverishness, even for the Guru. Yeah. Great. It is important to begin with, yes, because you're so lost in the material maya. It's good to begin with. Yeah. Be with the Guru, be with the Sangha, be with the knowledge. But after a point, you have to recognize self-effort is a must. Yes? And in that self-effort, then you have to let go of all other supports. You'll do Upanishads also. In Upanishads, you have to drop all the supports. These are external supports. You have to drop knowledge even at the end. Yeah, but you cannot say, oh, if I have to drop the knowledge in the end, why begin? So can you say, okay, I have to drop the soap in the end, I have to wash away the soap. What's the point? Let me not apply soap. Will you become clean? No. Soap is applied and then soap is removed. Got it? Knowledge is applied, then you have to drop that. Standing on the crutch of knowledge, standing on the crutch of a guru, standing on the crutch of a teacher. You have to start your own self-effort. Yesterday he was driving me and we were driving past fields. I said, see, the goal is at the end of that field. You can go this way, you can go this way, you can go straight, you can go this way. There's so many different ways. I am just showing you that is the way. Now you find your path. Got it? That is the most important. It's not about following somebody else. Get this out of your head. Yeah? They just show you the light, you walk. Buddha said, don't believe anybody. Don't even believe me. Until and unless your inner Atma, as in your self-observation says, yes, this is correct. Yeah? You listen to Buddha, then you analyze. What he's saying is right, no? Yes, it's right. Then you start following. Got it? Yes, I know you need a guidance to begin with. That guidance is there. But now don't make that your crutch. That becomes a new feverishness. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. All questions exhausted. Can I go ahead with the sutras? Otherwise, no lunch today.
Yeah, only 12 sutras remain.
Okay, 6-19. Yatha dipo nivatastho Nengate sopama smrita Yogino yatta chittasya Yunjato yogamatmana Yatha deepo nivatastho. Deep, Hindi word? Lamp or a candle. Lamp as in the Diwali wala lamp, with the flame, or a candle. Yeah. Nivatastho, in a place where there is no wind. This is a windless spot, if you want to put it in a spot where there is no wind. That's the first line. Nengate sopama smrita. Nengate does not flicker and is easily sopama, easily stable, steady. Yogi no yatta chittasya. Such is the mind of a yogi. How is the mind? Like that lamp or that flame in a windless spot. Easily steady. Yeah, it doesn't flicker. Just steady. Yeah. Yunjato yogam atmana. Because he is absorbed in the yoga of the self. Yeah, this is poetic license. What it means is basically the mind has united with the self. Because of this, he does not flicker. His mind does not go to this side or that side. No dvandva here or there. No raga, no dvesha. He is steady in the center. 6-20. Yatro paramate chittam Niruddham yoga sevaya Yatra chaivatmana atman Pashyan atmani tushyati Yatro paramate chittam. When the mind attains this quietude, Niruddham Yoga Sevaya means quietude, silence, quietness. Niruddham Yoga Sevaya means restrained by the seva of yoga, means basically by yoga. Again, poetic license. Restrained by yoga, by the practice of yoga. So then it's poetic, no? Shlokas are little poetic. So there's no seva being done by yoga, but it's like you are doing your own seva. It's a very sweet way to put it. Yeah, you're actually serving your own self by coming to that silence. Yeah, so that way yoga seva. It's really very nicely done. Yatra chaiv atmana atmanam. And when the self, by the self. By the self. Pashyan, the next word, Pashyan, he sees. He sees the self by the self. Got it? Pashyan is to see, he sees. Atmani tushyati, and he is satisfied in his own self. So basically when he sees the self by the self, he is satisfied in the self. It's a tongue twister. What does this mean? That there is no contentment anywhere else other than in that silence. You get it? Stop looking for contentment outside in the world. This raga and dvesha is related to what?
Sense of
The whole world. Prakriti.
senses.
Senses belong to Prakriti. Yes? So where is contentment? In the Purusha, in the self. It's never outside in the Prakriti. And this raga, dvesha, like, dislike, want, don't want, choice is always about Prakriti. Choicelessness is the self. That's where you will find your contentment. There is no other contentment. Stop looking outside. 6-22. Yam labdva chaparam labham.
Yam labdva chaparam labham.
Manyate nadhikam tatah.
Manyate nadhikam tatah.
Yasmin sthito na dukkhena.
Yasmin sthito na dukkhena.
Gurun api vichalyate.
Gurun api vichalyate.
So, yam labdva, having obtained this. Obtained what? This quietude, this silence, this standing in the middle. Having obtained this, chaparam labham. Labh,
Profit.
gain. Chaparam, param, the most supreme gain. Manyate nadhikam tatah. He understands there is nothing superior to it. If I give you millions of dollars, all the sex in the world, all the houses, the money, diamonds, shoes, dresses, cars, whatever you are looking for, no job, you don't have to work. You just enjoy everything. But I will not give you silence, no peace of mind. Then, are you happy? Are you getting this? Even for a little bit of peace, will you give me your $1 million?
Yes.
This peace is higher than all the pleasures of the world. When this you experience, it gets established in you. Not intellectually, not theoretically. In your understanding, it gets established. And there is nothing greater than this. Then you have reached the state of the sutra. Got it? The second line. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena. Once you are established in this understanding, Na dukhena. What is na dukhena? There will not be any sorrow for you. Gurunapi vichalyate. Nothing can ever move you. Here Guruji said, no? Lots of people think, oh, I have not done this in life, I didn't become successful, let me become a yogi. Not after you say this is done, this is done, this is done. Last priority you give to spirituality, that much you're going to get back. Charana. Yeah? Quarter you're going to get back. You give this the highest priority. There's nothing greater than knowledge and nothing greater than the understanding of mind, Maya, and cutting off this Maya. If you give this the highest priority, everything will come to you. I tell you this. 100%, it has to. That is the way it works. All this pleasure is the tail of that silence. But first you have to attain that silence. And give that silence its highest priority. Having obtained that silence, then there is no dukkha in life, I tell you. It doesn't exist. It ceases to exist. Even when the body falls sick, it doesn't bother you. Other people are bothered. Haldi ka doodh pee lo, yaad hai? Yeah, but nothing touches you. Milarepa was a saint. Same story said about Ramdas also. But when they were in their terminal stages of life and just about to pass away, so he was asked, isn't there pain? Kya dukh nahi hai? So he says, dukh hai, par ho nahi raha hai. There is pain, but I am not hurting. Got it? Yeah. There's a complete separation from the mind and the body. I'm not the body, I am not the mind. I have transcended it long ago. Yeah. And that stage is very reachable. Very, very reachable for you. You only have to make effort. Yeah. So, technically today we'll complete chapter 6, but you are at the beginning of chapter 6. Yeah. The second sutra you are on. First line of the second sutra. You have to make that effort. Yeah. To get onto the path, the yogi has to make effort. Yes. You must make that effort. All the other sutras describe what you will get. Yeah. They are just that carrot. Yeah. Helping you to see that that silence is greater than all these people, situations, things, money, houses, cars, children, family, job, name, fame, power. Whatever you run after is secondary. This is the superior most. You give it first priority, you see your life change. And it won't change in any other way. You just keep changing your objects. Like Guruji said, what? People get bored, they change jobs. They get bored, they change cities. They get bored, they change partners. Your dukkha is the same. And somebody asked me, how you answer so many questions? I said, your dukkha is the same, your questions are the same. I just change my answers every day. There is no difference in whether the problem is with relationships or the problem is at work or it is with health. It is all the same. It's only Prakriti. Move away from Prakriti to the Purusha. If you really read my blog, I am only saying one thing in every answer. Move away from it to the Purusha. Move away from it to the Purusha. You just feel, oh, this is a different answer. Oh, this works for me. Okay, good, it works for you. Yeah. So remind yourself, this is the first priority. Are you ready to give it the first priority in your life? Write down your commitment. Write it down so you remember. I will be gone this evening. You have to remind yourself. 6-23. Tam vidya dukha samyogam
Tam vidya dukha samyogam
viyogam yoga samnityam
viyogam yoga samnityam
sanishchena yuktavyo
sanishchena yuktavyo
yogo nirvinna chetasa
yogo nirvinna chetasa
tam vidyat dukha samyoga. The severance from union with pain. Write it down and explain it to you. The severance. Severance means cutting off. I couldn't come up with a better word. The severance from union with pain. This is that yoga. Viyogam yoga samnityam. This is that yoga, or this is that which will help you get there. Sa nishchayena yuktavyo. Nishchay,
Commitment.
determination. If this is practiced with determination, yogo nirvinna chetasa, you will attain a cheta, a mind which is nirvinna, which is non-despondent or free of sorrow. Got it? This is that yoga which will actually cut off the pain. Because pain is always in this or that. It's in dvandva. Dukkha is in dvandva. Sukha is in nirdvandva. Yeah? Being in that choiceless state is called nirdvandva. Yeah? Dukkha is in sankalpa or vikalpa. Yeah? Sukha is in being nisankalpa. 6-24. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman
sankalpa prabhavan kamam
tyaktva sarvan sheshatah
tyaktva sarvan sheshatah
manasva indriyagramam
manasendriyagramam
viniyamya samantatah.
viniyamya samantatah
Sankalpa prabhava kamans. Kam is desire. Prabhav is with the influence of sankalpa. All desires that are born out of sankalpa. Tyaktva. What is tyaktva? Drop. Let go. Drop. Abandon. Throw away, whatever word you like. Sarvan. What is sarvan? All of them. Sheshatah, without reserve. Otherwise you say, no, oh, I won't drop this little thing, but I'll drop everything. No, you can't keep this sheshatah, this one little thing that you want to really keep close to your heart. That is the one you should drop first. Yes, those desires, especially related to your relationships, your children, your parents, your loved one. That's where you have that closest desire which you don't want to drop off. That is the first one you have to drop. Drop nisankalpa. Yeah. Absolute nisankalpa you have to be. In the center. Then only can you attain yoga. Otherwise, it's not possible.
I mean, some things happen on their own, but to happen, that also an intention is needed, right?
So when you start on the path, when you're new in spirituality, we say, okay, keep a good intention, keep a good sankalpa, to do good, to be good, to let go of negativity. Yeah. But when you've matured on the path, now we say drop sankalpa and drop vikalpa. Come to the center and become nisankalpa. Got it?
Okay, I have a scenario here. Like, say for example, I'm organizing a happiness program. Okay, so even say for example, after some months, the first to even that I have to get the thought like that I have to organize a course. That is one thought. Okay, after that we drop it. Okay, thus everything, whatever plan or whatever, it just go according to that. But at that point, we had that intention, right?
When
So how
you're,
can
a,
you drop that? That's what it is.
when you're a beginner on the path, you think you are doing. Huh? You think you organized a course of 20 people, 30 people. Oh, I did it. I and my team did it. Nonsense. Even if you were walking asleep, that course would have happened and those 20, 30 people would have been there. You just don't see it. Everything is happening. The river of karma is flowing. Initially, okay, you are new on the path. We say, okay, keep a sankalpa, good. Yeah, but once you mature, we tell you, now drop that. That was just to help you come from that materialistic attitude of yours towards the spiritual karma side. Once you are here, now drop. Got it? It will happen, darling. Even your Michigan course is going to happen.
But you have to make the effort because you're the tool.
Yeah. Now you cannot say, okay, Ekta ji said it will happen. I'm going to sit at home and not do anything. I'm not going to call anybody. No. Then the tap is saying, I'm not going to open. How will the water flow? You open, but still say, I am not the doer. It is all a happening.
So,
Then you are
I mean, just correct me if I'm wrong, maybe like, so for in my situation, I'll just take the intention and then not be in Dvandva, just walk that path. That's it, right?
Absolutely. Even this thought came to you, Vandana, and you texted me yesterday that you want a knowledge session in Michigan. Was not your thought, darling. You were just that instrument for making that happen. A path has to go from somewhere, water has to flow from somewhere. You were just that tap. Yesterday, that tap opened, the water came out. You asked me for dates, and I gave you July. Don't think Vandana did it.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, the way you're explaining now, it makes sense. I mean, I never thought that I can become an instrument until you explained this scenario. I was thinking I was doing.
Ashtavakra number 4. Go back, revise. Yeah. Constantly being in knowledge will make life so easy, I tell you. It's all happening. Good happens, it's all happening. Bad happens, it's all happening. Yeah. All happening, all happening. I'm not the doer, I'm not even experiencing it. Yes, I'm just the channel. Then your flame will be steady. Then you will not flicker. Who flickers? Somebody with ego flickers. Because the ego is afraid of losing its name, fame. When you have dropped the ego only, what is there to fear? Say what others say. Let them do whatever is happening is okay. No ego. Yeah? Be like that steady flame. Clear? Okay. For that, yoga has to be practiced with determination. Nishchayena. So, Manasaiva Indriya Gramam. So beautifully said. Gram is a village. Indriya is senses. The village of senses. It's so beautifully described. Along with Mana. What is Man? Mind. Viniyamaha samantataha will be completely restrained from all sides, as in balanced. The whole village of senses and the mind will be balanced or restrained. You start working on your senses. See your gram, your little village of senses and mind. Is it a howling, shouting, screaming village or is it a calm village?